Update for May 9th. So I've found myself in need of doing some transplanting. I had this guy right here. This is a one of those cherry tomatoes, this honey bunch, and he was getting so tall. I mean, he's planted all the way in the bottom of that pot that I made. He's all the way up there, and he wasn't quite root bound yet, but he's getting pretty close to being root bound. And back here in the back, there's two Anaheim chili peppers. There's one here, and then there's a smaller one back here in the back. And again, both of those were just to the right point of needing to be transplanted. They wasn't root bound yet, but the pot was full of roots, so I got it into larger pots. And I've been noticing here the past few days that my cantaloupes really haven't been doing a whole lot. They just kind of got that big and just kind of the way they've been. Now I don't know if part of that might have been from my spraying of the gnats or what. I don't know. That might have stunted them back a little bit. But I picked them up out of the flat, and both of them had roots sticking out the bottom of the pot. So I don't have any, I guess, larger pots here, so you can see I've been scrounging up anything that I can. Some tubs. This here was I don't know if this was like a gallon jug of oil that I had or something like that. Maybe this was from last year. I don't remember that I cut the top of it off, but it was something like that. I think it might have been like corn oil or vegetable oil or something that I used. And it actually turned out to be pretty good, because this honey bunch is what they call an indeterminate plant, and it wants to grow straight up and really tall. So, you know, as I said, you know, I mean, it's planted. I mean, the bottom of the root ball in this thing is, well, you can see that little line down there. That's where I filled the soil up in the pot and stuck it in there. So that's every bit of 6 inches there. So, you know, he's 8 or 10 inches tall from the bottom of the root ball to the top, and he was ready. And I got a beefsteak over here that I've been looking at. I turned him over at lunch, and I didn't see any roots poking through him yet. So I think he's alright, but I haven't checked all of them. I got a couple Wonder Peppers back there in the back. They're in those smaller pots that I have. They're 3.5 inch square pots, the same as these other ones here, but these are taller pots. These are 4 inch tall pots. I think the other ones are 3 or 3.5, something like that. I think they're about 3 inch pots. So I'm afraid they're going to need to be transplanted before they go out in the garden. I don't know. I'll have to improvise on some pots like I've been doing. I don't know how many more I can find laying around the house here. Might have to try to see if I can find something to work. And here's my aromas here. Looking nice. Happy with those. And again, still my cayenne. There's more red peppers in there. I cut them off there at lunchtime. Yeah, there. There's a whole jar full of cayenne peppers that I've got before they even went outside. So, anyway, did some transplanting. So I transplanted 2 of my cantaloupes and 2 of the chili peppers and 1 of the honey bunches. Again, that's the cherry tomato there. I got 6 of those. Somehow ended up getting 6 of them. So hopefully I'll find somebody who wants some cherry tomatoes. But there's still I don't know if you can just see that cantaloupe right there or not. There's still one more cantaloupe back here in the back. So the problem is with putting these things in bigger pots is finding a place to keep them under light. Get in a bigger pot like that, they take up more room, and as you can see, everything underneath here is pretty much full. Everything down there is full. Besides, I got stuff kind of hanging out the side of the lights now, so I don't know. Oh yeah, got a couple more aromas here and improvised pots, and stuff in the bags here. This is stuff that I guess the easiest way to call them is volunteers. But what happened? I just reused my soil, And so, if I don't get stuff that germinates, I just dump it in the pile, and then, it gets reused. Well, I kept getting these volunteers growing in things, so I just decided, well, hell, I don't know what they are. We'll just, as a little experiment, see what they are. This guy is some kind of melon. I'm not sure what kind, but those primary leaves are the first leaves. There's a real word for them. I don't know what it is, but they certainly aren't tomatoes or peppers. Those look some kind of like a melon. So it's either a cantaloupe or another watermelon. But just kind of curious to see what it is at this point. And down here, you can see there. I transplanted one. It'll be damned if I didn't get another volunteer growing up inside of that one there. So I'll pull him out here in a few days and get him in his own pot. Okay, well, that's enough for tonight. We'll see him.